In today's fast-changing world, the availability of our favorite foods is far from guaranteed. Various factors, such as supply chain disruptions, environmental challenges, and shifting global demands, can make once common items suddenly scarce. Sometimes, unforeseen circumstances come together to temporarily remove beloved ingredients from store shelves. Stay with us as we explore the key reasons behind these potential shortages and their impact on our daily lives and the global food system. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for regular updates on food trends and much more. 1. Wheat and flour products. Global wheat supplies are facing increasing pressure from a combination of environmental and geopolitical factors. While 2023 to 2024 saw 785 million metric tons of wheat produced globally, with China, India, and Russia accounting for 41% of that total, significant challenges remain. The war in Ukraine has disrupted wheat shipments, particularly impacting Asian imports. In India, unusually warm winter temperatures threaten to reduce wheat yields, potentially necessitating increased imports to feed its large population. Extreme weather events, including droughts and floods, have further disrupted global production. Europe is also experiencing difficulties, with record rainfall damaging crops in key producing countries like the UK and France, leading to smaller harvests and anticipated price increases for staple foods like bread and pasta. 2. Eggs. Egg supplies worldwide are facing major shortages, mainly due to widespread outbreaks of avian influenza. Since 2022, efforts to control the virus have led to the culling of over 100 million birds, including many egg-laying hens, which has significantly reduced production. Australia is also experiencing egg shortages, with shelves often empty due to continued supply chain issues. In addition to avian flu, rising feed costs and extreme weather are making the problem worse. As a result, egg prices are rising globally, putting financial pressure on bakeries, restaurants, and households. Experts are calling for stronger measures to control the virus and for investment in more resilient poultry breeds to help prevent future shortages. 3. Corn. Corn, the third most consumed cereal worldwide, is facing a significant supply shortage due to ongoing droughts in key growing regions. These weather conditions, including insufficient rainfall and hailstorms, have greatly reduced crop yields, leading to a global deficit. In the 2022-23 season, demand for corn outpaced production by 12 million tons, reaching 1,177 million tons. The United States, the world's largest producer, accounts for 32% of global production. This shortage affects multiple industries, as corn is essential in food production, livestock feed, and biofuels. The reduced supply has raised concerns about food security, particularly in regions that heavily rely on corn for sustenance and economic stability. 4. Cooking oils. The global cooking oil market is facing serious disruptions, leading to shortages and higher prices. Several factors are contributing to this crisis. In Europe, bad weather has significantly reduced olive oil production, while erratic rainfall in Southeast Asia has affected palm oil production. The ongoing war in Ukraine has also disrupted sunflower oil exports, further limiting supplies. Additionally, Indonesia, the top palm oil producer, has imposed export restrictions to meet local demand, adding to the instability. The rising demand for biofuels is also diverting oils like soybean and palm oil away from food use. As a result, these combined challenges have caused cooking oil prices to soar, making essentials like olive, sunflower, and palm oil increasingly expensive for consumers. 5. Fresh vegetables and fruit. Global supplies of fresh vegetables are under increasing strain due to climate-related events and ongoing supply chain issues. These challenges are worsened by labor shortages in farming and transportation, causing delays and spoilage of perishable produce. The combined disruptions are highlighting the fragility of global agriculture as environmental and economic pressures grow. Labor shortages, caused by stricter immigration policies and fewer seasonal workers, are particularly affecting crops like berries, apples, and lettuce. Many farms rely on migrant workers for planting and harvesting, and with fewer workers, production has declined. As a result, fresh fruits and vegetables are expected to become more expensive, affecting both consumers and the restaurant industry. 6. Dairy products. The dairy industry is facing tough times due to rising production costs and environmental challenges. Higher feed prices are making it more expensive for farmers, which means higher prices for everyday dairy products like milk, cheese, and butter. Extreme weather, like the green drought in Australia, is cutting down milk production, while labor shortages are also affecting farms, making it hard to keep up with operations. Disease outbreaks in dairy herds and trade restrictions are making things worse, leading to even tighter supplies. While some producers are looking into long-term solutions like better technology and sustainable practices, these changes will take time. In the meantime, consumers can expect more price hikes and possible shortages. 7. Meat. In 2024, the food industry faces significant challenges, with rising grocery prices and growing shortages, particularly in meat availability. Persistent droughts and higher feed costs have led to a reduction in cattle herds, resulting in a sharp decline in beef production and price increases. Although global meat production grew by 1.5% in 2023, reaching 371 million tons, several sectors are still struggling. Beef production is particularly impacted, while pork continues to suffer from African swine fever and high feed costs. As a result, consumers are turning to alternative proteins and more affordable meat cuts. The industry is also exploring innovative solutions, such as lab-grown meat, to address these supply challenges and meet future demand. 8. Rice. Rice is a staple for more than half of the world's population, providing around 80% of their daily food needs. However, harvests have dropped significantly in several regions, especially in Asia, due to climate change and outdated farming practices. This disruption is affecting traditional growing seasons, and as a result, supermarkets are starting to ration rice. Prices have soared, and for billions who rely on them, these shortages are causing major concerns, particularly in lower-income areas where rice is a key source of calories. Japan is also facing a rice shortage, driven by climate conditions, supply chain issues, and increased demand from tourists. In 2023, the global food supply crisis was ranked the fourth most severe risk. 9. Coffee. Global coffee production is facing major challenges due to unpredictable weather patterns. In Brazil, the world's largest coffee producer, frosts and droughts are becoming more frequent, severely affecting coffee yields. This has led to a reduction in supply and higher prices for consumers. The impact of coffee shortages stretches beyond consumers, reaching small coffee shops and the global supply chains that depend on a steady flow of beans. In the 2021-22 period, global coffee consumption reached 176 million 60-kilogram bags, with a 4.2% increase due to pent-up demand from the COVID-19 pandemic and economic growth. 40% of the world's coffee, a concern for the entire coffee industry. Cocoa production in West Africa, the world's primary source, is facing severe challenges due to increasingly dry conditions and unusual weather patterns like Harmattan winds. These issues are affecting yields, and farmers are struggling to meet global demand, pushing cocoa prices higher. This shortage is expected to impact chocolate manufacturers, leading to either reduced production or higher costs for consumers. Over 3 million tons of cocoa beans are consumed globally each year, with European countries having higher consumption rates. The shortage is further caused by aging cocoa trees, black pod disease, the cacao swollen shoot virus, rising inflation, energy costs, and shipping delays. The 2023-24 marketing year saw the largest global cocoa deficit in over 60 years, at 478,000 tons. In conclusion, food shortages are caused by weather events, supply chain disruptions, and rising demand. These factors are affecting crop yields and various industries, leading to temporary shortages. While these issues may be short-lived, they reveal the vulnerability of our global food systems and emphasize the need for sustainable practices to ensure stability moving forward. That wraps up today's video. We've explored why some of your favorite foods might be disappearing from shelves and discussed the challenges impacting the global food system. What do you think about these shortages? Have you noticed changes in your local stores? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more food updates and insights.